It's a new year, it's a new semester. And I think coming into new semesters with an improved mindset, a better mindset, because I honestly believe that you can always improve and you can always do better. And there's always lessons to be learned from what happened in the past, what happened last year. And these lessons are pivotal in us making the most of this semester. So, as we're beginning with this new semester, what's key, or the key things for us to do in order to reach those results, to get those marks, to get those goals, and to really maximize and make the most of the semester. Now, in beginning this new semester, I think it's always important, and I think this is something that's important in sort of every step of your academic journey, but more so in beginning the semester, is basically just, and I think it's something that I truly wish I did more of back in my university sort of career and stuff. I definitely believe I would have performed a lot better, but just getting out the calendar, the university calendar, getting out the sort of different module calendars as well, and different module dates, because they usually release these things a bit early, and there's a reason they do that. They try and equip us with the necessary sort of information and understanding of what's to come, what's gonna happen. And most of us, I'd say more than 95% of us don't really do it, don't really pay too much attention to it. And I think we barely can consult our sort of study guides or our university calendars or our module calendars. We don't really check them. So I'd say now, while it's early, guys, get all these things, for your different modules, for your different, subjects that you're taking, and even just for the whole year. And I think start mapping out how start with the semester. Maybe even just start small, start with the quarter. Map out how your quarter is going to look. Have an understanding of when does the quarter start, when does it end, when does the new quarter begin, when does the semester end as well, and in between as well. Just fill in dates for yourself. And I'd even say get a physical calendar. Yeah, sure, you can do it on your phone, but how often do you actually check your phone? So I'd say get a calendar, a big calendar or whatever, and just fill in these dates. Write for yourself when the semester tests are, when the semester test 1, semester test 2, when are the assignments due if they've released those things, when are your class tests, just have an understanding of how your quarter is going to look, how your semester is going to look. And I'd say even just beyond academics, have an understanding for yourself how your personal life is going to look. What family obligations perhaps do you know of that you are going to have in the semester? Is it perhaps a sibling's wedding that's coming soon, or a cousin's wedding? Is it, a sort of big family gathering that is going to be somewhere in May, somewhere in April? Or what sort of event, significant, maybe it's your birthday. Maybe it's your birthday, guys. Just have an understanding of what significant events are going to happen in your life personally as well. And I think when you start building this understanding of how your quarter is going to look, how your semester is going to look, then you better equip yourself with the sort of necessary mindset and understanding on how to actually combat and go forth. Because once you build this understanding, then your mind automatically starts sort of working in the background for you in identifying and trying to understand how exactly can you efficiently navigate this semester, this quarter. Maybe let's say, for example, now your birthday is clashing with your semester tests. Maybe your birthday is 2 days before your semester tests, but for you, it's really important you celebrate this birthday because maybe it's your 21st birthday. It's a milestone birthday for you. And that's okay. Now you can start planning on, okay, cool. I know my birthday is 2 days before this big semester test season and stuff like that. What can I do to reduce the weight that I'll have leading up to the semester tests so that I can actually take a full day off on my birthday, spend it as I please, and then get back into it and kill those semester tests? Now you start working. Now you start, planning. And I honestly believe that you cannot plan You cannot plan if you don't have this understanding of how your semester's looking, the obligations you have, what things are going to be on your plate. And I think it best helps you understand when your busiest seasons are. I think especially closer to exams, we always get so overwhelmed, and I get it every single year consistently before every single exam. I'm overwhelmed. What do I do? How do I sort of get over this? And I get that it does get overwhelming, but I feel like a lot of the feelings of feeling overwhelmed we do to ourselves because we don't adequately prepare for what's coming, what's on the radar and stuff like that. So I think when you just take this step, it's a pivotal step in any sort of beginning of a semester, quarter, and I'd advise you really just do it and put it up somewhere where you can see it, so that now you have a strong understanding and you're able to work in advance. You're able to pace yourself, and I think it's a great way to avoid burnout because you have a strong understanding of what you're getting yourself into, as opposed to just being passive and just letting things happen to you. You need to be on the offensive. You need to be sort of proactive, and you need to take charge of your life. And this is literally one of the first steps. And I think building on this as well, it's imperative that once you've built that understanding of how your semester is going to look, I think now you need to start planning. And you know what? Planning can mean so many different things to many different people, and there's a lot that I can speak about when it comes to planning, how to plan, creating study plans, or even just planning your whole year, your whole semester, all of that. But there truly is a lot that goes into planning. But I think, for your benefit, something that's vital that I think you have to sort of get planned out is sort of your study blocks. And when I say study blocks, I mean, when is semester test season? And if semester test season, let's say, is somewhere in April, then you need that month to sort of build up towards that. How are you, just getting an idea of, this month I cannot, for example, go out as much, or I cannot see friends as much, or I can't do too much because obviously there's this happening. So just understanding where those sort of study blocks are, even before exams, and just blocking out that period of time for yourself, so that that when this time comes, I already, sort of know that a month before I need to start focusing, I need to start fine-tuning. And I think, and it goes back to the whole chat of not being a sort of passive in your own life, because so many of us are passive in our own lives. So many of us just sit back and we sort of let life happen to us, and we let life beat us down. Life is tough, but there's so many things you can do to sort of get ahead, be active, be proactive, and sort of take better charge of your life. So I definitely encourage you to just plan a rough estimate, a rough plan of your year, of your semester, and of your quarter as well. And of course, just bearing in mind that you need sort of some space here and there just to be flexible, because things do pop up, anything can happen anytime. So just keeping that flexibility in mind, but just having those mini plans, those I'm gonna really focus hard here, I'm gonna make time for my friends in these few weeks, I'm gonna do just blocking your calendar out like this, I think is so important. And these little things, guys, people don't do these little things. I promise you, the majority of people don't do these little things. I think you, and just watching this video, obviously you're quite serious about your academics, you're quite serious about, I think, your life as well. You want the best for yourself, you want to reach those higher heights, and you're sort of taking an active step. And already watching this, you're already above the majority of people, because people don't do this. People don't take action. They don't apply these steps. They don't do all these small things. And I think most importantly, people are not consistent. That's my third point. People are not consistent. Consistency, guys, consistency is everything in this world. Consistency is everything. And I've seen it for myself. Academically. It's proven itself year on year, literally throughout my academics. I am most importantly so in my sort of CTA, my postgraduate, and even just outside of that, in entrepreneurship, or in the workplace, or anywhere, just being consistent has proven itself to work, and I think is one of the most important traits of success. You cannot be successful if you're not consistent. So in gearing up for this new semester, prepare yourself to be consistent. Mentally get yourself ready for, the happenings. Because I think university, right? I think it's a crazy sort of period of time, because you sort of get like wild extremes. You get the extreme of you're literally just always studying, you're always focused, you're always getting things done. There's a lot of pressure, you're overwhelmed. And then you get another extreme of just it's holidays. Like it's crazy, because I was just on holiday, I was chilling now doing nothing, having nothing to do. So I think those two extremes, there's never really a middle ground. So I think a lot of people as well really just take a bit of time to get out of the holiday mindset and back into academics, and you need to make that switch as soon as possible. So I think prep yourself to be consistent, prep yourself to sort of just show up every single day, and already just as far as possible, you really need to get a good start to this semester. You need to get a rock solid start. You need to hit the ground running as soon as possible, because the better you start, the better your semester is. And I will always say this, and that's why I love making videos at the beginning of the year, because, and I think I have said it before in one of my videos, but literally this is the time to determine what happens at the end of the year. It's always sad finding people in sort of rough situations at the end of the year, and I think it will always happen. Unfortunately, it's not something that I like seeing as well. But as long as you do the same thing every single year, you'll get the same result every single year. You'll be in the same situations every single year. So let this be the first year where things change. Let this be the first year where you actually take charge, where you get off to a good start, and where you're sort of doing the right things and you're doing things right as well. So get off to that good start. And I think lastly, I touched on it a bit as well, is just get out of the holiday mindset as fast as possible, as soon as possible. When the semester starts, you need to already be on. And what I usually do is I spend the latter parts, or the sort of towards the end of the holiday, I spend those times already starting. That's me starting. I'm getting a head start, because when the year begins, when things are on, I've been on for some time, so this is nothing now. Like, I'm here, I'm ready. Holiday was long done, So I think do this for yourself as well. Really just, get rid of the holiday mindset. Holiday is done. You cannot still be on holiday 3 weeks into the semester. You're behind. You're gonna fight a sort of a losing battle. It is winnable, but you're fighting from behind. It's like you're coming back. I'll use a soccer analogy for anyone who watches soccer, but it's like they score 2 goals. It's 2-0. You're 2-0 down. Now you need to go score 2 goals to level it out, and then a third one to win. So it's like you're coming from behind. You don't need to do that. Don't do that to yourself, guys. Please make life as easy as possible for yourself. And I truly believe that in as much as you need to study hard, you need to work hard. Hard work is important, but you need to study smart as well. You need to study smart, have the right strategies. I think that's what studying smart is. Employ the right strategies, the right habits, and try and make things as easy as possible, whilst obviously working as hard as possible. I think it's just maintaining that balance, really. And studying smart is what got me out of university. Studying smart is what helped me never fail a year, and helped me reach a lot of my academic goals, and helped me just, I think, achieve a lot of almost impossible feats. I'll be honest with you. There were certain situations that I turned around completely on their head, from getting 20% in year tests to sort of passing and getting 68%, 70%. I think that doesn't sound like much, but I mean, this mindset, these things that I'm giving you guys, a lot of them help me, in my own life as well. And a lot of them I look back and say to myself, oh man, if only I did this from the beginning. And I think that's why I give you guys a lot of this advice. That's why I take out so much of my time to really build these things for you guys, to share on the WhatsApp community, to share here, to share on TikTok, on all my platforms, is because there's certain pieces of advice that I wish I was told back when I was young, back when I was in varsity, that now I think you guys equipped with those things can literally just do a lot better, reach your goals sooner, and really have minimal trouble in finishing your degree and just getting to that next level, and even just getting a job and just starting to build that life for yourself. So that's what I want for you guys. That's why I'm here. You guys already know this, but I hope you've enjoyed. I hope I've come with something new, for you to learn, giving you some value. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like. As always, you already know, drop that like. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that a lot. That just shows that you guys are enjoying the content, you're engaging with it. And as always, until the next one, let's continue on our journey in creating a better world.